Welcome back to Gear for the Common Game. Today we are going to be talking about Danitha, deck number 287 in my quest to build every single commander deck possible. What do you do? Anyway, she is kind of divided here. Aura and equipment spells is what you're looking for. So, FYI, she does have a best friend called SRAM. I don't have another copy, not in here. But I've seen people build her straight aura and then straight equipment. Either way, I kind of went down both. So, I guess let's get into the other creatures in the deck. Trying to keep with, the equipment aura theme. We got the Kitesail Apprentice. It is a 1-drop. It's going to get bigger and flying. Now, flying, super important in this deck because I don't think we have any natural or don't have many natural flyers, so we're going to have to build some. So it's a mini Voltron card. Core Duelist. Double strike is pretty good, especially when you're suiting something up. Armory Automaton. Enters the battlefield. I mean, it can just like take all the equipment. So that's pretty sweet. Outfitter. When they die, you're going to draw a card. Armament Master. We have a little more. We have a few core. I mean, it's not going to. So he's pretty good. Shikari. First strike and lifelink. Now, the Fencing Ace is just a good 2-drop with double strike. So, I mean, perfect to hold equipment. Or auras, for that matter. Kimba. Gotta have Kimba. Skyhunter Cub is going to get flying. Skyhunter Skirmisher. Same card as the other one, but for another white mana, you get it flying. So, Monk Idealist, nothing to do with anything except for it is removal on a body that can hold equipment. Soltari Visionary is probably an unfair card in this particular deck because, I mean, it's Shadow. It's going to deal damage. Quinde. We got a lot of first strikers. Or have ways to make them first strikers. Thalia's Lancer. Thalia's Lancer is going to go get, the Blackblade Reforged or Quinde or whatever. The Daring... I'm dropping stuff here now. Daring Archaeologist. Stonehewer Giant is the more expensive version of the 2-mana chick that I don't have. That's really, really good. Stoneforge Mystic, that's it, I think. But it also, I mean, it searches it out, it puts it into play, and it attaches it to a creature. That's pretty good. It kind of almost led me down, it tempted me in a different path. Indomitable Archangel. We're more than likely going to have us some Metalcraft. Now, let's see here. As far as ramp goes, we don't have a whole lot because this deck is pretty low to the ground. Of course, Wayfarer's Bauble, Gold Mirror. I like the... because we're kind of creature light, so I tried to use mana ramp that was also dudes, like the Gold Mirror, the Mannequin, and the Guardian Idol. Now, Board the Weatherlight is just going to find us in equipment, pretty much. And Remember the Fallen. Now, I really like Remember the Fallen. One or both. Love that phrase. You get a dude or an equipment back. So that's pretty sweet. I guess let's get to the pump-ups now. Good old-fashioned Fire Streaker gives something double strike. Shield of the Realm. you're going to prevent some damage. I mean, there are decks where that matters against. Blackblade Reforged, just a super good equipment. Now, granted, the equip cost is ridiculous if you're not putting it on a legend. Darksteel Axe. Shield of the Avatar. Now, X is the number of creatures you control. I mean, it's obviously going to be 1 if this is equipped, so you're going to be preventing 1 damage at the very minimum. But it could get out of hand pretty quick. Trusty Machete. Swiftfoot Boots. Ring of Thune. It's just going to make your whatever bigger. Because, you know, it's going to be wide. Gorgon Flail. I've got the Gorgon Flail in here for Death Touch. Mainly to pair with, you know, Trample. Because Death Touch and Trample is a sick abusable ability that they didn't really plan on. And the way that it interacts is beautiful. Bone Splitter. Forebear's Blade. Kind of like Forebear's Blade. Hyena Umbra. Champion's Helm. On Sarah's Wings. Bonesaw is ready. Explorer Scope. I mean, Explorer Scope's not bad. But, you know, it's kind of rampish. Spider Silk Net. We're creeping up on the... That's a little better. Now, I like Captain's Claws because, you know, free dudes, whatnot. Nimbus Wings is going to grant whatever it is flying. So will Griffin Guide, also gives it flying. Armored Ascension is going to give it flying and ridiculously large. Armored Ascension plus your commander equals fun times. Pentarch Ward. Protection from a color is color of your choice. It's pretty neat. Vow of Duty, kind of offensive and defensive. Imperial Armor, one of my favorites from way back. You got to have a grip in order to make it matter. And then, of course, the Masterwork of Ingenuity, copying whatever you want it to copy. Now let's look at, I don't have a whole lot of card draw. As a matter of fact, I don't know that I have any. SRAM would be just a beautiful card in this deck. Anyway, we got Terminus. Get rid of, yeah, it's 6 mana. The Miracle here, see the Miracle cards you can't really plan on. I mean, if it's in your hand, you can plan, you can craft your gameplay around it. But when you top deck one of these, you just have to, like, okay, is it good for me right now? Because if it's not good for me right now, it's going to cost me a ton of mana later. Prison Term. Revoke Existence. Yes, exiling artifacts and enchantments. I mean, I am running the disenchant, but the exile is way, way better. Erase, the Urza's Legacy one. Pacifism. Arrest. Humble. Y'all know I love Humble because it kills things. This is a removal spell. This is one of the greatest combat tricks. It's a removal spell. Running Dispatch because if you've got Metalcraft, man, it's just superior to like Sword or Path or anything. I probably did Path in this deck too. Seal Away. Can't get enough of Seal Away. Now, keep in mind, this is not an aura, even though you think it acts like one, but it's not. Suppression Bonds is totally an aura. Like the pacifism of the Suppression Bonds will interact with Wing Shards, because this lesson can't be learned enough. And our last card is, of course, Phyrexian Rebirth, our one board wipe, minus the Terminus. But if you just absolutely have to push the panic button, you're going to get something out of it. big dude. That is what I have got for Danitha. I do appreciate y'all watching. Y'all let me know what you think. But right now, we're going to shuffle and cut.